Hello friends! Today we are going to assemble such beautiful boxes with snacks and salads. It's very convenient to take them to outdoor events. For example, I prepared these for my birthday to treat my friends while we were at the master class. For the new year, all these same snacks are also relevant. For this, we mix dry ingredients, flour, salt, sugar, dry yeast. We also mix warm water, warm milk, melted butter at room temperature, and an egg. I pour it into a cup and start kneading the dough. Add salt. And knead the dough. It's better to mix well for 5 to 10 minutes. And this is how it turns out, very soft. Leave it for about an hour in a warm place to rise, and when the time is right, the dough becomes fluffy and increases in volume about 3 times. Then we start forming the buns. They are small for me because the mold weighs about 30 grams and I form round blanks. Leave it for about 15 minutes. It is necessary to cover it with something so that the dough does not get winded. And I prepare an egg for greasing, beat it and grease the ready-made buns. Then I sprinkle with cumin and send it to a preheated to 180 degrees oven for about 10 minutes. I cool the buns. I prepared them a day before the event. For the cutlets, I grind and mix in a blender chicken fillet, yolks, salt and pepper. I form the cutlets. I grill the cutlets until done. I sliced the rolls and toasted them on the grill as well. I spread a dollop of ketchup on one side of the roll and Caesar sauce on the other. Then the patty, a lettuce leaf, a bit of parmesan, you can add a tomato, a pickled cucumber, bacon. Cover with the second roll, pierce with a skewer and put it in the box. Next, we'll prepare a simple snack of bacon sticks. Defrost the dough in advance. Cut into strips. I spread each strip with ketchup and put bacon on top. I roll it up as shown in the video and sprinkle with a mixture of seeds. I put it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees. Next, I'll make Caprese canapes. Everything here is very simple. I have the cherries. I skewer 1/2 of a cherry first. Then wrap mini mozzarella in basil and top it off with the other half of the cherry. You can drizzle all of this with balsamic reduction on top. The next canapé is Caesar. For this, I will cut the chicken into cubes and fry it in vegetable oil until it's cooked. I will also cut the bread into cubes, sprinkle it with garlic and drizzle it with vegetable oil, then send it to the oven for 5 minutes at 200 degrees. The main thing is not to overcook it. Our task is to slightly brown it. Let's assemble the canapes. First, I skewer half a cherry, then a leaf of salad. I apply Caesar sauce to the chicken. Here I have Parmesan cheese. We roll the chicken in it, skewer it, and finish everything with a crouton. Shashlik with vegetables. I cut the chicken into pieces, marinated it in soy sauce, then skewered the chicken. Bulgarian pepper, cherry and chicken again. Of course, I sprinkle all this with my favorite cumin and send it to the oven in grill mode at about 180 degrees for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Cook until done. And our first box is ready. I cover it with a lid while I put it in the refrigerator. We're assembling the second one and I start with bruschetta with onion confit and pate. We're preparing the onion confit in advance. For this, I've sliced 2 red onions like this. I'm adding vegetable oil here and putting it on the heat for about 10 minutes so the onions become translucent. I add sugar and let it simmer with the sugar for about 20 minutes on low heat. The sugar will give it flavor and a caramel color. Don't forget to stir occasionally. Now we add wine. I have dry white. The grape variety doesn't matter. And we add some nutmeg. I leave it on the heat for another 10 minutes. When the onions have cooled down, I transfer everything into a jar and put it in the fridge. Now I am preparing the chicken for the pâté. For this, I pour the chicken breast on the bone with boiling water. Here I also add onions and bay leaves, salt, spices, and cook until ready. In a blender, I combine the boiled chicken, fried onions, dried garlic, a little bouillon to bring the pâté to the desired consistency, and melted butter. I also wanted to blend it further with a heavy-duty blender to make the texture even more silky, so it resembles store-bought pâté. You can make this pâté in advance, put it in the fridge, and it will keep for 2 to 3 days. I beautifully spread the pâté on a baguette and garnish it with onion confit. The second type of bruschetta will be with goat cheese. For the spread, I take marinated peppers. You can substitute with tomatoes, add a little of the oil they were in, cream cheese, you can add herbs, and blend it in a blender. I spread it on a baguette and place a piece of ham on top. Next, I'll make one with pear and blue cheese. I spread cream cheese on the baguette, then add pear on top, and I add pieces of blue cheese on top, then drizzle some honey. My honey has crystallized a bit, but it will melt perfectly in the oven. I put it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. I fill the second box with cheese and nuts. Here are 2 more portion salads that didn't fit in the third box. The second box is also ready. The third box, as I said, will be with salads. Let's start with the beef salad. I'm boiling the beef for the salad, also adding a bay leaf, black pepper for aroma, onion, and will simmer for about an hour, maybe a little more, on low heat. I leave the beef in the broth so that it cools down in it, and when it's completely cooled, I'll also leave the beef in the broth until tomorrow. This way it becomes juicier. I've already cut everything in advance. We mix the beef, Bulgarian pepper, tomato, cucumber, and crushed Greek nut. We add vegetable oil, salt, pepper, mix everything well, and this salad can be served right away. We spread it out. I bought these at the marketplace. Add cucumber and sprinkle with cumin. Next is Greek. All vegetables are diced. In the form I lay out tomato, Bulgarian pepper, cucumber, olives, feta cheese. Separately mix vegetable oil, garlic, and Provençal herbs. You can add lemon, stir and pour into each mold. Also added disposable forks. And the last salad with fish. We lay out weakly salted trout cut into cubes, cucumber, arugula on the bottom. I drizzle the salad with vegetable oil and put chuka salad on top. I took such pipettes at the marketplace and filled them with soy sauce. I sprinkle a mix of seeds and that's it. All 3 boxes are ready as you like. My New Year's menu. How do you like the boxes? I think it turned out very cool. I remind you that you can find all the ingredients in the description under the video. There will also be links to my other social networks and to my other no less tasty videos. Sasha was with you. Bon appétit. Bye bye. Bye.